残酷な天使のように少年よ神話にな求めることに夢中で運命さえまだ知らない痛いけな瞳
Someday you'll notice I pray that you will realize these wings on your back aren't a dream
遥か未来目指すための羽があること残酷な天使の手で
History Act 1
Ready, set, go. This one, son. This one, son. This one, son. This one, son. Let's go. This one, son. This one, son. This one, son. This one, son.
Buffered Buff Dog, Correll Buff, Buff Correll, Correll 11, or Buffety Buff Buff are some of the many different monikers that the 41-year-old man of Sierra Vista, Arizona goes by. Correll Coy Bufford II was born on June 22, 1980, in Torrance, California, and attended high school at Buena High, according to his Facebook profile. Correll gained a bit of a cult following slowly over the past 10 or so years when people became aware of his singing and dancing videos, which are hobbies that he's been indulged in since childhood.
I know how a motherfucker feels, how a motherfucker feels. Sip them, choke them, feel the boat. Dead bitch, do the course of remorse. Navigate, of course I can make you scream, but if you ask for more bullshit, matador, grab the floor, rip the cracks of floor, would you rip her? While I check my phone, who's next? Assassin, roaming through the drifts, I have no home. Choose this life, you're on your own. My self-righteous suicide. I cry when angels deserve to die. Got a bunch of little makeup. Hands to the fade with a take up. Why you leave the keys up on the table? Pretty on another fable. You want to...
Buff has over 1,000 videos of him performing covers of a plethora of different bands and artists. One of the main contributing factors that would make his work accessible to a wide range of people would be his wide range of genres and variety of music that he's open to covering as he takes requests from his fanbase. He gets into just about every genre of music under the sun, including shoegaze, pop, indie, experimental rock, rap, and even a good handful of different anime and video game soundtracks. There are many other things that catch the interest of viewers the moment they stumble upon his work, such as his physical appearance, or ramblings that he does at the beginning of each video.
Yo, what's poppin'? It's your boy Buff Correll, baby, back. I'm up at that level. You know how I do it. Get down. It's your boy Buff Correll. Do tell a friend. Never do to get down, like I said before. Anyways, gonna go 4-9 once again. We're gonna bring back some Death Grips tonight on this night. The song joint called No Love. No Lovey. No lovey-dovey puff pass. It's all about that puff pass. You gotta make it last on a Friday night. Who puffing tonight? We riding tonight. Let's get it. Ready, say, go. Let's go.
But these are things I will talk about later on and discuss how they came to fruition. Some of the earliest works of Buff can be found on his original profile, Correll 11, which was created back on April 13th, 2008. In his first video ever, he shows off some of his dance moves outside of his house while a track from Midnight Star plays. The first handful of videos are titled "Check Out My Dance Videos" and would follow a similar concept. Some other videos that he posted around this time were titled "Road to the Copper Classic" and would include clips of a shirtless Buff putting on a display of his bodybuilding progress, with occasional clips of him working out in the gym. Later on, in November of 2008, Buff makes a video titled "About Corel," which would serve as a good introduction to Buff's early life, where he explains that he's been living in Sierra Vista since 1988, has served time in the military, and other details regarding his decision to swerve his life into a different direction and get into bodybuilding.
Alright, what's up? It's your boy Correll 11 on YouTube. I just wanted to talk to you guys for a minute, or for how long I feel like talking, you know what I'm saying? My name is Correll Coy Bufford II. I live in Sierra Vista, Arizona. So, I've been here since 1988, you know what I'm saying? I then went to the Army and came back. Went to the Army for 3 years and came back. I came back to the same old thing, you know what I'm saying? Kicking with my boys, drinking, smoking cigarettes, and it was just crazy. And I started smoking cigarettes real bad. It actually started when I was in the Army smoking cigarettes. I was heavily smoking then. I used to wake up with a bad cough and everything. So Thanksgiving 2007, I quit. I quit smoking cold turkey. I said, that's it. I threw my pack of Marlboros or Newports, whatever it was. I threw it away in the garbage. Drinking came soon right after that. I quit drinking, quit kicking it with my boys at the clubs every night. And I said, you know, what do I want to look like when I turn 30 years old? What do I want? What do I want to be when I'm 30? What is my goal? I have to have a goal in life. I have to have something to strive for. You know, there was a couple other things that happened, bad relationships I was in with women, and that took a toll on my life. That made me really want to just change my thoughts about where I want to go on life, because I was like nowhere. You know, I didn't know where I was going. I didn't even care if I lived or died. You know, after I got shot at, that kind of said to myself, okay, I need to turn this around. I need to turn all this around. Bad relationships, smoking, drinking, clubbing every night. You know, I understand y'all doing it, and that's cool if you do that. But me, I had to get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? I'm 20-something years old, and the big step I ever made was to get a trainer at the gym. I got a trainer named Carl Diaz at Buena Health and Fitness. Now, I didn't know what to want. I wanted a six-pack. That's what I told him on the phone. I called him. He said, what do you want? I said, I want a six-pack. I just want to work out my stomach. I just want a six-pack. I don't care what nothing else look like. He said, no, we're going to work out your six-pack, your abs, your chest, your shoulders, your back. We're going to work it all out. Not just your abs. I said, okay, you know, I'm with it.
The final video of the Correll 11 channel was posted on November 23rd, where he explains that he's taken a week off from working out, but the grind would continue as per usual. Ultimately, the results from working out with his trainer, Carl, paid off in due time. The amount of dedication that Buff speaks of in this video never stopped, and his hard work gave him a cut and impressive physique, as seen over 2 years later on his newer channel, The Correll 2011. Here, we can see the early stages of Buff's new life on display. A toned body, dozens of photos of himself taped to his bedroom wall, and various displays of his dancing and singing come together in one package. This channel lasted for about the same amount of length as Correll 11, and the final video was posted on September 4th, 2011. 4 days after this, his final and current channel, Buff Corel, was created, and the making of a legend was initiated. Buff would go straight into creating cover after cover on this new channel, usually of popular artists such as Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, and Aaliyah.
If you say no, would you turn away? Or play me off? Or would you stay home? Dust yourself off and try again. You can dust yourself and try again. Try again. If in the first you don't succeed, you can dust it off and try again. You can dust yourself and try again. Try again. Into you, you into me, but I can let it go so easily, until I see what this can be, in eternity, or just a week.
Sometimes, an original song of his own would be thrown into the mix, or a display of his performances at a body competition. Plenty of other bands would be covered from around the same era he grew up in, such as Berlin and Duran Duran.
Hey, we were so in phase. And our dance hall days, we were cool on craze, and you met, knew, and everyone we knew could believe, do, and share what was true. And I said, dance all day long. Dance all day.
As he continues to upload covers, he would gain both positive and negative attention from new viewers. Some would cheer him on or make requests, while others would criticize his looks or singing and urge him to just stick to bodybuilding. The look of Buff is quite peculiar beginning around this time. His hair is matted down in the front with a large abundance of gel, and his eyebrows are thickly painted on, which takes up the majority of his forehead. The shredded body, odd grooming, and performances of these covers typically grab the attention of viewers at first glance, with many of them having questions regarding the overall character of Buff. While the singing of Buff may not be up to par, there's no doubt that his dancing skills are extremely impressive. The amount of stamina needed to dance as intensely as he does, paired with the vocal performance at the same time, is something to admire. As the years go on, the multiple uploads per week continues, and the fan base of Buff grows as specific covers come along, and the algorithm works in his favor. The requests flood in, and Buff uploads accordingly. Here's when we start seeing a dynamic catalog of performances from bands that are a bit more obscure compared to artists I mentioned before, such as Talking Heads, The Cardigans, and Have a Nice Life.
The lullabies in an ancient tongue for the quarter crimson
Alongside this, he also does covers of popular requests from video games and television shows, like Neon Genesis Evangelion, Cowboy Bebop, and Metal Gear Solid.
I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there will be no one else. Cry is the way I fly to you.
Now that we know a bit about Correll Bufford and the concept of his channel, I want to talk more about the peculiar characteristics, such as his look, inspirations, and other details about his life.
Inspiration. Act 2.
One thing that many people wonder about that haven't dug deep into Buff's history is his odd appearance. In a variety of different interviews, Buff will mention the inspiration behind the look he takes on and the desire to dance, primarily seen with his appearance on Tosh.0. He explains that the look of his eyebrows came from the R. Kelly video, Bump and Grind. Although the look of R. Kelly is nowhere similar to the look that Buff took on, I suppose it acted more as a motivator to take on a new, unique appearance that Buff wanted in order to feel a bit more confident and stand out. This look is not exclusive to his videos, but is something that he implements in his everyday life when he's out in the public.
All right, describe to me in one word your eyebrows.
I saw R. Kelly video.
The one where he was peeing on that little girl?
Nah, not that one. I ain't even see that.
Okay.
He was doing Bump and Grind. It was a song that he did back in the 80s and 90s. And I liked the way he looked. So I went in the mirror and I kind of did my thing, and I kind of did it with the eyebrows whenever, and I liked how it looked. And it's kind of like it always kind of stuck with me.
Do you wear your hair and eyebrows like that out just day to day?
Yeah, this is Buff Correll. This is, you know, who I am. I mean,
that's confusing.
Yeah, I guess it's like I either could do this or I could be back when I was like 20% body fat.
Yeah, you're more like Puff Corell.
Yeah, I was Puff Corell. You know, as I got to wanting to be myself and doing this, and what I feel like doing was come inside of me. That's when the fat went away, and that's when I became just being myself finally.
Okay.
Lowering his body fat percentage and taking on the peculiar hair and makeup is what Buff describes as who he is, and that this is what he is most comfortable with. The look ended up sticking with him, and this is how he genuinely portrays himself. Buff mentions in the interview that he would like to pursue his own original music and create an album. Even doing something different like opera would be a potential avenue he's willing to explore.
Are you trying to put out your own album, or where are you at on that?
Yeah, I would like to put on my own album. Probably do some opera, you know, if I really want to go down with it. Or, yeah, I could probably throw down with some opera.
This is evident in his recent uploads, where a good portion of them are original songs that he's created, rather than an abundance of covers only. In the beginning of each video, Buff warms up with a couple of phrases before he begins the music. He explains that this was inspired by the basketball player Karl Malone, who would talk to himself while on the free throw line. Buff tried this out once in an early video and thought that it gave his singing voice a bit of an improvement, so the routine ultimately stuck around for every video afterwards. There's several recurring themes in Buff's videos that he all does based on how he believes that it serves as a way to enhance the quality, and are little details that his audience may subconsciously appreciate, such as ironing his jeans before every performance, getting the ideal camera angle perfect every time, and the warm-up rambling at the beginning. All across his social media, you can see hundreds or even thousands of photos of Buff posing shirtless for the camera in different ways. Some of these photos can be seen taped onto the wall behind him. These photos serve as inspiration for Buff's bodybuilding career, and are a constant reminder that he's making progress working towards his dream physique. An interesting thing I came across while looking up his internet presence were a few older videos of Buff on various adult websites, where he can be seen dancing and swinging his penis around, but I won't go into further detail about this. To this day, Buff continues to upload several times per week. The covers and original music remains consistent, and the body is kept shredded. All in all, Buff comes off as an oddity at the surface level, and new eyes glancing upon him would be taken by surprise. But deep down, Buff is a coherent, motivationally driven individual who knows what he wants out of life, and will most likely never stop until he sees his goals met and exceeded. He made it through a period where he's had his fair share of hate, but his consistency and unique approach has caused a dedicated and loving fanbase to snowball over time into something bigger than he would have ever imagined, and he proceeds to do what he enjoys with the support of thousands of viewers alongside him. Take a good look at Buff's progress, and then take a look at your own. Never stop doing the things you enjoy, regardless of where things are going.
What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill, I'm searching and I'm melting to you.
With a fear in my heart.